What is up, my B-Boss baddies and my Batman fellas? It is your girl Bosana and welcome B-Boss Iron Meat. So as you guys can tell by the title, today we're going to be talking about put a huge break on dating these types of women. So it's going to be types of women that you guys definitely need to avoid. Okay, so I guess we might as well get straight into it, but you guys do know, give this video a big thumbs up and please check out my other two channels, okay? All right, so first thing on my list is a woman that tells you the whole, I know I look good. So any woman that is obsessed with her image and everything revolves around looks, that's going to be her importance, and that's what's always going to come first. So to tell you the truth, yeah, when they're saying that they love themselves or they love this about themselves, they really mean it. But the unfortunate part, a lot of times those type of girls that are so obsessed with their image and just care so much about looking good and only that, they revolve their life around that. So how she feels like she can basically run her life and get through by is always going to depend on her image. So if she looks good, she can get whatever she wants, and that's because, of course, that image gets her that. So the sad part about this and why you have to avoid these types of women is because they will be quick to just say, hey, well, you aren't treating me well enough, or you're not treating me good enough based on my image. She values herself based on her image. So that basically means she's feeling like, if I look this pretty, you have to respect me, even if I have a bad mouth. Even if she starts talking to you crazy, or even if she's, disrespecting you where she's not following anything that you say, right? She has her boundaries, she has her rules, and you follow it or you try to work with it. But when it comes down to you, oh no, I absolutely can't. You see, these girls put a break on you guys so quickly before you guys can. And that's why I always tell you guys, you have to stop, because they're gonna stop eventually, right? They're gonna stop dating you. They're gonna stop dealing with guys like you. They're gonna leave you and come back. They're gonna always do these types of games, but you don't have to participate. You don't have to entertain it. And better yet, if you still want to have faith or hope in this girl, you're better off just waiting off. But in the meantime, you're taking care of yourself. You're worried about yourself, your focus, all that stuff, all back on yourself, right? But it's really just to say that she needs a lot of inside healing. I say this because genuinely, she only loves her outer appearance that much, because her inner appearance is not as valuable as the outer self, right? So it's just kind of like common sense in a way as well. It's like you have to embrace your insides just as much as your outsides, because it shows that you're not taking care of your inside. And so to wrap up with this, I want to mention how, I talk about how some girls do need healing and they do have to go through therapy as well. And they do need to take time to themselves and focus on themselves to get better and be okay inside before trying to be okay outside. So I say that, and it's important for you guys to apply it to you, because in the future, when you want to date women, if you're looking for a woman, your type of woman, that woman that you think you should potentially, kind of deal with, those type of girls, you can't deal with the ones that still need those healings, because those ones are always going to put the blame on you. A lot of load that they're carrying is inside. A lot of healing and tears and scars are all inside. So at the end, the way she kind of comes out and yells at you is how she really feels about you. When she just gets mad out of nowhere, gets so upset, can't control herself, it's simply to say that, well, there is some sort of hatred or upsetness inside. And so girls are avoiding these healing processes that they need to go through. They're avoiding actually being face to face with who they really are, right? It's time to take off the makeup. It's time to take every single aspect of you that's hiding you from yourself before trying to love yourself on the outside. So it's like this outside beauty is everything nowadays, because it works. It works for sure. It works with men. But also we have to keep in mind social media as well. Those girls that are broken and still need those healing inside, when it comes to social media, that takes it all away. But that's why when they don't get the likes, if they don't get the validations, if they don't get the, oh, hey, I got a new guy in my DM, if they don't get all that, they feel empty inside. Right? And I'll talk more about validation at the end, but I'll just wrap up with this point to just make it clear to you guys, is that sometimes you're going to end up feeling like it's your fault, or, hey, why am I messing up so bad? Or why is she making me feel like I'm really the problem? Am I not seeing it? but it's so much issues within, and you can't do nothing about it until she heals herself, because you're gonna suffer from her not being healed. Okay, I thought I had something else to say. Next thing on my list, and if you guys haven't given this video a big thumbs up, go and do that, please. And if you want a part 2 or want to see other videos, let me know. All right, next is money rules me. The old materialistic girls. Those materialistic girls, y'all gotta stay away from. And I'm not even gonna talk too much about this point, because I mean, like, we talk about how girls want money and status every other day, it feels like. But honestly, the materialistic girls, y'all gotta avoid those girls, because they're gonna be money hungry always, and that means you're always gonna have money. You're gonna have some cash flow. You're gonna have to show her, or you're gonna have to keep explaining to her how you're gonna make the next amount, what you're gonna do to make the next amount. And then the second you don't have that money, she doesn't see it. The second she wanted you to send her a $50 bill, or not $50 bill, $50, and then the next second she wants you to send her 100, and then 2 weeks later she wants you to send her 5, and you can't make that 5. She's gonna start saying, well, first of all, you're not on time. Secondly, there's another guy that's gonna do it. And that's as simple as, I'll move on because of my beauty. Back to number 1, my beauty will get me that other second guy, that first guy, that fifth guy, that I got plenty, multiple, and they're all doing benefits that are all equaling back to what I need to keep me up to date, to keep me to look pretty, to keep me obviously getting more guys. You see how it works too? It's like you guys actually, and this is sad, but with these materialistic girls, it's only expected that you guys are actually funding their lifestyle. And some guys really do not realize, maybe it's you, maybe today you'll learn, like, a lot of these girls can't survive without you guys actually funding their lifestyle. And I just learned something new today, and I'll talk more about it in a different video, but I learned that 50%, or not 50%, women that are 50 plus have the highest rate of having issues with their, what is the word? There was an exact word. I can't remember the word, but basically having issues with their income. So having the lowest income. So I read something about, okay, women over 50 plus, they have the lowest rate of incomes. I'm trying to re-say it the same way, but basically, to explain it, after I was reading the article, it was pretty much saying after a certain age, women start cracking, right? And, they hit the wall and all that stuff. We'll talk more about that soon. And that literally impacts them, because the whole time their image was what got in them everything that they needed from men, everything that they wanted from men. And now that that image that, controlled their whole life, got them everything that they wanted, is gone, now she's gone. And I say now she's gone because that was everything she knew. Her image, the way she dresses, the way she puts her makeup on, the way she does her hair, everything. It's all, changing, right? She's aging. And so, sometimes it becomes like, hey, well, who's gonna want to take you out and pay for your bill that's at an expensive restaurant? You're trying to get a $200-300 steak, right? So it happens all the time, and girls can't survive because now the validation is taken away, right? All the likes that she was getting, imagine if it was all men, and men said, okay, I refuse to like this girl's picture anymore. Imagine if she would have did something like, said something so wrongly about men, just bashed men so bad and put it on her story or posted it. And regardless if it was on accident or not, all the men seen it and they didn't like that no more, right? And so they don't like following her. So they stop liking her. They stop, actually liking her pictures, actually commenting, actually DMing her, right? How many Instagram models are out here? If you stop doing all that, you stop her paychecks, because she needs that type of interactions from you guys. Not to say that, oh, girls don't get interactions from women. Of course, girls are going to survive in other ways. But I'm just trying to say that you guys still have a big part that you guys do play. And it's not just with Instagram. It's just in general, right? When they go out for dates, and I said this story a long time ago, when they go out for these dates and they expect you guys to pay, and they expect you, to drop them off and everything as well, but just paying for that expensive date, they come with a nasty attitude, put that on the platter for you guys while you guys pay for the food on her platter, and boom, that's how it goes. They move on. But you see who paid for that meal, and she's over here posting it and laughing, sending it to her friends. Hey, look at what I just did. Like, it goes like that all the time. It happens. So if you want to be, into the materialistic girls because they look better, they have the finer things, it does come with baggage most times. Okay. Last thing on my list is I'm right though. Now, I'm right though is very similar to the whole, what's the other one? I'm always right, right? But the thing about the I'm always right, it's more of like there's no debating, there's no going back and forth. She's saying like, hey, I'm always right and you should know this. But when you have the girl, and those girls, trust me, you should avoid those girls too. I will maybe do a separate video if you guys want to hear that, but I've talked about it before, so I just kind of brought it up. But that's a whole nother thing, right? The whole I'm always right. When I talk about I'm right though, it's the validation she's trying to get out of you. So validation, if you notice in this whole video, it's been a huge thing. I should have called this video, or I should call this something about validation. I don't know, but we'll see because I have to make my thumbnail. So back to this whole I'm right though. She wants you to give her the validation, starting off with, hey, the clear signs of it is she's asking you. I'm right though, right? It's like, I need the confirmation. I need you to let me know that I'm right though. So it's the battle of her needing you to say it and then her telling herself that I'm right though. So it's almost like, hey, feed this to your own mind and then get him to add the validation to seal it. And that's another way of girls surviving. And the way they're surviving in that way is more, you can call it towards manipulation, right? She's trying to kind of convince you that she should be right. She could say things along the lines of, hey, I'm right though. Remember when you did this and I did that, and now, you know, I'm the one that did this and that. Like, I'm not trying to get right into an example, but you see those words that they use it and they twist it up so it sounds really good to your ears. And like, it sounds like music, you know, whatever song you like, it sounds like that. Okay, so y'all gotta avoid those type of girls, because at the end you're not gonna really succeed. You're gonna end up going in circles and circles, battling the same things. You know, you're gonna have a girl always trying to make you believe that she's the one that's right. Hey, you need to tell me I'm right. Hey, I'm asking you a question. Like, it's gonna be a lot of headaches, and ultimately it's not working out. I could see that, right? We see the comments and I see you guys, right? So I just want to say that moving forward, I'll always tell you guys still to stop doing these things with women, but most definitely I do need you guys to put all that full focus back on yourself, like I always say. And if she comes along, she comes along, but these things that I've said, these 3 things, keep in mind the whole time. All right, thank you guys for watching. You guys see me in my next video. Bye, you guys.